Good morning, everybody. We are going to start the class in a few minutes. We are going to wait for your classmates. Okay, guys, today we are going to talk about collocation with prepositions. So we are going to start with the class. So I need that you answer this question, please. What do you know about the people in the pictures? What do you know about these people? Leonardo da Vinci, the Yellow Emperor, Sir Isaac Newton. What do you know about the people in the picture? Okay, guys, I need that you answer this question, please. What do you know about the people in the pictures? What do you know about Leonardo da Vinci? Frank, Ishane, Janela, Rebecca, Itza, Kaisin, Maffer. What do you know about these people? Okay, they are famous people, says Valdivia. But who was Leonardo da Vinci? Who was the Yellow Emperor? Who was Sir Isaac Newton? Roman says Leonardo da Vinci was a painter, autonomist, architect, and among others. Okay, good. Thank you for your participation, Roman. Thank you, Juan. So who else? I want to see everybody answers, please. Isaac Newton was a physicist and mathematician. Very good, Rebecca. Who else? Gabriel Vergaray says Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper. Okay, nice. Daniel Roman says Isaac Newton was an English mathematician and physicist. Okay, guys, very good. So now we are going to read a little about this kind of people, okay? So, for example, in Leonardo da Vinci says, as a painter, his legacy as of work is indisputably less intensive than other master painters. As an anatomist, he failed to publish his research. As a sculptor, he left us not a single verified sculpture. As a mathematician, he had no significant input into the development of the theories of mathematics. As a scientist, his records are disorderly. As a musician, he left little record of his music. And then says, most people recognize the Mona Lisa or the Last Supper as example of this artist extraordinary capabilities. However, he was not just an artist genius, he was also a genius in the fields of architecture, engineering, and science. His sketchbook, with notes often written in mirror form, were full of ideas for his inventions. Okay, we see here the collocation, the development in the fields of ideas for or range from to. All of these are collocations, okay? So next, Juan G. Who was Juan G? Juan G was the Yellow Emperor. So the Yellow Emperor, we are going to read a little bit of these people, okay? Once he had established peace, he created a civilized system for his people. Among the many inventions attributed to him are the calendar, mathematics. He invented numbers and a system for measuring length and weight. Music. He invented the flute using bamboo. In writing, he invented Chinese characters, both cards and bows and arrows. His scientific interests also lead him to author the inner book of Simple Question of the Yellow Emperor, the founding classic of Chinese medicine. His empress is also famous for having been the first to raise silkworms to make clothes with silk. So here in this reading, we can see again the collocation in a time of the idea of attribute to or famous for. Okay? So here, who was Sir Isaac Newton? We are going to read here. When Cambridge was closed for 2 years due to the plague, Newton went to work on his idea. He absorbed himself in mathematics and began developing in mathematical theory that would later become calculus. It is a popular belief that on one occasion he was sitting under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head, and that this helped him to understand the laws of gravity. It is now thought that perhaps he invented his story later in life in order to exemplify how he drew his inspiration from everyday events. So here we can see collocations again. Made contribution to, immersed in, work on one occasion, drew inspiration from. So we can see, and we are going to discuss now, and you have to tell me which of the people in the reading achieved the most in your opinion. What do you think about the three people? Which of these people, about Isaac Newton, about Leonardo da Vinci, about the Yellow Emperor, achieved the most in your opinion? And which person would you most like to have met and why? I want to see your answers, guys. I want to see your answer about these three of people. Which of the people in the reading achieved the most, in your opinion, and which person would you most like to have met and why? Please, Giorgio Perazzo, Diego Ledesma, Elisa, Yanela, Roman, Vergaray, Ruiz. What do you think about this question? Okay. Leonardo da Vinci says Roman because he contributed a lot in many areas. Very good, Roman. Point for Roman. Who else? Nobody else? Okay, we are going to continue with this. So, how can you make or write a collocation, the grammar? You can write this verb plus preposition. Itza says Leonardo da Vinci because of his brilliance in art. Okay, Itza. Point for Itza. Thank you for your participation. Perazo say the yellow emperor because I think the Chinese culture was very amazing. Yeah, I think so. It's amazing and it's interesting. Okay. And his innovative mindset. Yes. So we are going to see here how to write a collocation is verb plus preposition. For example, range from, to, work on, attribute to, or you can write verb plus object plus preposition. For example, draw inspiration from, make contribution to, or you can write collocation plus a noun plus preposition in the field of, the idea of, the development of, or adjective plus preposition, or prepositional phrases begin with a preposition. For example, in, here, or on one occasion, or in a time of, and here, famous for or immersed in. Okay. Thank you guys for your answers. Ledesma says Leonardo da Vinci because he was not only was brilliant in art but in many other things. I think Leonardo da Vinci was a great inventor and designed anything he had in mind. Okay, nice. So here we can see many examples of collocations. Talk to, listen to, speaks to, wait for, suffer from, smile at, wink at, agree on, comment on, or with by, surprised by, amazed by, disturbed by, excited by, fascinated by. So you can see here many examples of collocation with preposition. And how do we learn this? ¿Cómo vamos a aprender esto? You need to practice, you need to read a lot, okay? So, collocation, use collocation in a sentence now. The definition of collocation refers to a group of words that often go together or that are likely to occur together. Two words that often go together, such as light sleeper or early riser, are an example of collocation. So, collocation are groups of words that go together, okay? Don't forget that. These are collocations. And how can we learn this? We can learn this reading. You have to read a lot, okay? So, let's practice. We're going to practice here. What do you think is the answer for number 1? She paid for lunch. What do you think is the preposition here? In, on, at, by. What do you think is the preposition there in number 1? In, by, on, for, to, at. What do you think is the preposition here? She paid for lunch. Advance, so we don't need to pay now. In says, okay. Yes, very good. So for number 2, I went to the wrong house. Mistake. So what is the answer for number 2? I went to the wrong house. In, mistakes, on, at, by. Okay, we are going to see, yes, very good, Itza. By, I went to the wrong house by mistake. So now for number 3, what do you think is the answer for number 3? Please make sure that you're time for the class. At, okay. On says on time. Very good. Please make sure that you're on time for the class. So for number 4, what do you think is the answer for number 4? I was walking to the station and chance I saw the gloves I lost on the ground. On. On, okay. I need to see your answer for number 4. By says. Yes, very good, guys. It's by. So for number 5, I love eating out in London. Instance, one of my favorite restaurants has amazing Japanese food. By says. Okay, for by. Okay, very good. So for number 5, at says. Okay, we are going to see. For instance, I love eating out in London. For instance, one of my favorite restaurants has amazing Japanese food. At says. It's for instance, okay? So for number 6, what do you think is the answer for number 6? I think the cat is danger on the high roof. Okay, we are going to see in danger. Very good, guys. So for number 7, I pick up the laptop and my surprise, it fell apart in my hands. I pick up the laptop and my surprise, it fell apart in my hands. What do you think is the answer for number 7? In. Okay. 2. I pick up the laptop and to my surprise, it fell apart in my hand. So for number 8, what is the answer for number 8? I have a lot of common, in common, at, by. What do you think is the answer? Of, says Camila. In common. So for number 9, what do you think is the answer for number 9? Come on, guys. If the baby starts to cry, pick her up once. Okay, guys, very good. If the baby starts to cry, pick her up at once. Number 10. Did you forget your purse so you wouldn't have to pay? On purpose. So number 10 is on purpose. 11. Okay, we're going to see yes, very good. It's on the answer. So number 12, what do you think is the answer for number 12? On, says Roman. In, says Itza. In common, very good. It's in. Okay, we are going to see by number 13. By he added salt instead of sugar by mistake. So the last number 14. What's your favorite thing to do? Instance, do you like sport? Yes, for number 14, the last. Okay, we're going to say yes, for instance. Very good, guys. Thank you so much for your participation. So now we are going to listen an audio. Please, everybody pay attention to the audio. Listen carefully, and then we are going to answer some questions, okay? Listen to the audio. Everybody pay attention, please.
Are you all sitting comfortably? We're going to do a short quiz called What Kind of Student Are You? I want you to listen carefully and think about your responses. Then I want you to write your answers in your notebook. Please be sincere. Nobody is going to look at your answers. When we complete the quiz, I'll read out the results and you can think about them carefully for a few minutes in private. You need a pen and a blank page in your notebook. Okay, pay attention, please. 1. When do you usually get to school? A. Early. You like to have extra time, just in case something crops up. B. You always turn up just in time, as the bell rings. C. You often get to school late, out of breath from rushing. 2. When do you usually do your homework? A. As soon as you get it, the same evening. B. A day or two before you have to hand it in. C. The same day you hand it in. Sometimes it's late. 3. What is your average mark in tests? A. You usually do well and get 75% or higher. B. You usually pass tests, but your marks are near to 50 or 60%. C. Your marks are often below 50%. 4. What kind of relationship do you have with the staff at school? A. Great! You get on well with most of the academic staff. B. Not bad. You have a good relationship with some members of staff. C. Dreadful. In general, you don't get on with teachers. 5. Where do you usually sit in class? A. Usually at the front, so that you can see the board easily. B. Somewhere near the middle, so you can daydream unnoticed. C. Near the back, so you can turn on your mobile without being seen. 6. What do you want to do when you finish school? A. Carry on studying at university or college. B. You don't know yet. It depends on your exam results. C. Look for a job and start earning your own money. You'll be fed up with studying by then. OK. Now, look at your answers and count the number of A's, B's and C's, and then I'll read out the results. Are you ready? If you have mostly A's, you are an exceptional student. You are mature and you have a superb attitude towards your studies. You definitely grasp the importance of a good education. If you have mostly B's, you are an average student, but you are capable of much more, and it isn't too late to improve and become an excellent student. You just need to make a few changes to your habits. If you have mostly C's, you really need to adjust your outlook. You waste your time, and you are at risk of finishing school without any qualifications. Think about your behaviour and consider making some changes before it's too late.
Okay, guys, so now we are going to answer the first sentence when it says, at the beginning, the teacher asked the student to think carefully about A, B, or C, the question, their answers, or where they sit. What do you think is the answer for number 1? What do you think is the answer for number 1? A, says Roman. The question, at the beginning, the teacher asked the student to think carefully about a question. Yes, it's letter B, their answers. So, what do you think is the answer for number 2? The answer the students choose will be seen by the other students, the teacher, or nobody. What do you think is the answer for number 2? The answer the students choose will be seen by B, says Rivera. Who else? I want to see everybody answers. Okay, we are going to see is letter C. The answer the students choose will be seen by nobody. Okay, for number 3, I want to see your answer for number 3. The first question is about the time. Students arrive at school, students spend at the school, or students leave? For number 3. Okay, we're going to see. Yes, it's letter A. Students arrive at school. So for number 4, the teacher asks about where students do their homework, how much time students spend doing their homework, or when the students do their homework. A says. Okay, we're going to see. It's letter C. The teacher asks about when the students do their homework. Okay, guys. This kind of listening was intermediate high intermediate. So I think it's difficult for you. Do you think it's difficult, this kind of listening, this kind of audio? What do you think about the listening? It's okay, it's good, difficult? So what do you have to do? You have to copy in your notebook the day, the lesson, and the slides 7, 8, and 9, please, in your notebook. Don't forget that always I evaluate participation in the class, in the chatting. And don't forget to create your account for Richmond. No se olviden que tienen que crear su cuenta. Ya les he mandado a cada uno su contraseña, su usuario, su contraseña para que se puedan crear su cuenta en Richmond. Es una nueva plataforma que vamos a trabajar y hoy día, terminando la clase en la tarde, les voy a dejar una actividad. Ustedes van a entrar y van a observar que hay una actividad que tienen que resolver. Sí, también pienso eso, Roman. De repente es eso. Ya. No se olviden crear, por favor, su cuenta de Richmond. Está en Cubicol los pasos, cómo tienen que crear, en qué página tienen que entrar y todo. Y hoy día yo les voy a estar dejando una actividad para que la puedan resolver. Ok, lo resuelven, les va a botar una nota y esa nota automático me va a salir a mí. Sí, he revisado los trabajos. Si no les he respondido, disculpen, como son varios. Sí he revisado los trabajos, muy buenos trabajos que me envían. Muy bueno tu trabajo, Roman, gracias. Voy a seguir revisando de algunos. He estado un poco mal de salud, no he podido hacerlo estos días, pero sí he intentado revisar de algunos. Ya, las claves están en Cubicol. El profesor sí, las claves están en Cubicol. Giorgio Perazo, tuyo todavía no hay. Te voy a mandar en estos días. Ya, te voy a mandar tu clave, tu contraseña estos días, Giorgio. Aquí en Rivera dice, I just reading comprehension. Ok. Ahí les voy a dejar también el PPT para que puedan leer un poquito más acerca del tema de hoy y puedan entenderlo un poco más acerca de los collocations. Y no se olviden, por favor, crear su usuario en Richmond porque yo les voy a dejar Nos registramos a dónde, dice Yatseli Córdoba. En Richmond. Entran a Cubicol, ahí están los pasos, qué es lo que tienen que hacer. Parecido a un pleno es el Richmond. Ahora vamos a trabajar con el Richmond. ¿Ok? Parecido al pleno es. Es otra plataforma. La plataforma se llama Richmond. Richmond.com. Entran ahí, ponen su usuario, su contraseña, el código de activación y ya está. Y van a poder ver la actividad que les voy a dejar el día de hoy recién. Les voy a dejar una actividad para que la puedan resolver. Las voy a activar. Y las contraseñas, las claves están en su Cubicol. Entren y revisen ahí Cubicol en el área de inglés o en mensajería. Okay, guys, that's all for you for today. Thank you so much. Thank you for your participation. Don't forget to study, to do your notebook. Please. Goodbye, guys.